Who is they? Well, we always getting that kind of question going on, like they always doing this, and I constantly address this particular issue because a lot of times we always say it's the Illuminati and this and this is Mason, this. There has to be names today. We cannot continue to sell our people this idea that it's some group of people controlling your lives, and these people are just so powerful and ghostly that we cannot find these people. You know what I'm saying? There are people that control people. Well, there has to be a paper trail. You know what I'm saying? There has to be people that can be held accountable. And I've heard people mention groups of families and families that I don't even want to get into at this point because this is not really the time for that. But because we really want to start kind of unraveling this who is they kind of thing that we get all the time. Because every time something's going on, man, they raising the price up on this, or hey, they trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? We want to start identifying who these people are and what interests they have and what kind of influence they wield over the people that's supposed to be responsible for the money that's being taken out of our hard-earned dollars. And I think I've said this on a segment before. We're already being underpaid. We're already being undereducated, miseducated, disinformed. And with that being said, we take a position similar to how the Indians take it. I'm not talking about the Indians that took the position and they have the reservations. I'm talking about the Indians that actually own their own sovereign land. And when you start talking about that, when we can't come to some kind of agreement as citizens here in America, and that's anywhere because the same thing is going on in Hong Kong, same thing going on in Scotland, and this has become a global problem as the power of the world grows and government wants to somehow capitalize as it did in the past off of the control of this kind of growth. But now we live in an age where that the gap between the elite and the small guy is narrowing only because the technology allows us to compete on the same field and actually connect with our fans or customers or people who we're trying to support the things that we're pushing out. It's easier for us to make a true connection with them because how low to the ground we are, and as far as them with their big ideas and the big money corporate super smart guys with the degrees who that doesn't take away from their intelligence at all and what their gifts are and what they can accomplish. But I think people have seen so much of that over the years that now people want that a connection to something more real, and this is why you see it reflected on television with all the reality shows, because you can't just play Three's Company on them or try watching Three's Company and a lot of the shows you used to watch and see how entertaining it may be to you, and some of it may still be entertaining, but you'll notice how it seemed like it was so much more going on then because the perspective and the dialogue and the language of the people at the time was, you know what I'm saying, being controlled through some kind of show that you can actually have broadcasted on many ways. Now we see the realities of the television shows that we see coming out, and then now we see society react in the manner that they see in a reality show, thinking that it is acceptable because you have people with high power and money and position acting like fools. So that's one thing. But to kind of keep things on the straight and narrow path and what we was trying to focus on as far as the position of the Citizens Union and what we're trying to accomplish, if we can't come to an agreement, we definitely feel like we can take a position like the Indians, and we want to be in a position to reserve some land and community for ourselves to build up our own banks, to build up our own education system, to build up a spiritualism that connects and not distorts. To feeds the body with the food that is necessary for the biochemical reactions to conduct themselves in a manner that energizes the body as well as the mind and the spirit. A lot of the and apply a lot of the Eastern sciences science to the healing and health of the human being instead of feeding more chemicals that, when placed in the body, they may suppress or kind of speed up a sickness or to continue a continued sickness that is going on in your body. But when, like I said, when you're pushing pills or taking medicines and you're taking another chemical, putting it in, remember, these are biochemical reactions that are occurring in your body. And when you're sending a false signal to the brain and to the body that this medicine that you're taking, particular medicine that you're taking, is suppressing it on its, through its whatever ingredients that it has in it that allows it to do whatever it does, that's not naturally occurring in your body. So if your body does not continually produce that, then that may produce a problem itself for you if you're still with me. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times,